This is the first of 100 wells we're gonna build in this video.
Oh, water!
Few weeks ago, an American YouTuber popularly called Mr. Beast showed off the boreholes he built in Africa. He said he spent $500,000 to build 100 boreholes. That turns out to be $5,000 for one. $5,000, let's times it by 1,500 for the exchange rate. That's about 7.5 million naira going by the exchange rate. If Mr. Beast, an American with all the sophisticated equipment, will build one borehole for $5,000, why will the National Assembly budget 128,000 naira for one borehole? That is 82.5 billion naira for 427 boreholes. What kind of infrastructure are they going to build around the boreholes that will require up to 192 million naira for one? Are they laying pipes in the entire community? There is no justification for this outrageous spending. The Brazilian corruption is just too much to bear. This is a huge disregard to the plight of ordinary Nigerians. This is not the only outrageous spending in the National Assembly budget. There is also a 212 billion naira budgeted for 1,150 street lights. That turns out to be 184 million naira for one. Why in the world should a street light cost that outrageous sum? In the early 2000s, I could remember vividly, the former Senate President Akpabio was impeached because of the scandal involving street lights, which ran into 100 and something million at that time, when the naira still has some value. The street light was supposed to be installed around the National Assembly complex. If Akpabio can be impeached for 100 and something million naira, how much more Akpabio, who is involved in this scandalous corruption and outrageous budget padding? Imagine installing street lights for 184 million naira. Or they don't mean 184 million naira for each community? It doesn't make any sense at all. There is another one. They budgeted 30.95 billion naira for 170 ICT projects. There is the 7.6 billion naira for empowerment of traditional rulers. Like what? How do you empower people that are among the top 5 Nigerians? These are kings. These are monarchs in their communities. They are rich. They are well-to-do. They are healthy. If you have to spend as much as 7.6 billion naira to empower wealthy people, how much are you going to spend to empower poor Nigerians? Senator Nengi deserves commendation and not suspension. Yes, he did. But despite the fact that he's doing all these things for his selfish reason, this is because his constituency got only 2 billion naira for this budget, while Akpabio got a whooping 21 billion naira. Now let's do an analysis for the Akpabio budget. An analysis of the budget shows that Akpabio received a substantial 21 billion allocation from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. The former Akwa State governor, serving in his first term as a Senate president, allegedly influenced various committees to secure his preference in the 28.7 billion budget. Under the Ministry of Agriculture, peculiar budget items such as the construction of rural roads and markets in Akwa Ibom Northwest, totaling 18.5 billion. The Ministry of Women Affairs introduced 4 new items to empower women in the Senate President constituency, totaling 2.5 billion. It is allocated for the provision of deep freezers and generators. There is also 1.5 billion naira for the installation of solar street lights and construction of farm road. These are outrageous sum of money, and I'm sure his constituency will not get this project. This money will go into private pockets. Another outrageous budget is the Northeast Development Commission that got a whooping 126.9 billion naira. This is an outrageous amount of money. This is a commission that was set up by the last administration. Right now, they have already gotten personnel costs of 126.9 billion naira. How many people do they employ to coop that outrageous sum? If their personnel cost is this high and their capital expenditure is just only 6.6 billion naira, then why are they existing in the first place? They are not supposed to exist at all. How do they solve the problem in the northeast? The insecurity, the ID camps that is scattered all over the region with just 6.6 billion per annum, while 126 billion naira was wasted on personnel costs. It will take them years to achieve anything in the northeast if they spend 126 on personal costs and 6.6 billion on capital expenditure. Let's even assume that up to 1 million people were displaced in the northeast. How do they start resettling them back in their communities? It's not about setting up a commission that they want. It's about solving the problem that exists. The main objective of the Northeast Development Commission is to ensure these displaced people are properly taken care of. Most of them, their homes were burnt down. They need to build something for them to live, set up businesses for them to start afresh. That's the objective of the commission, not wasting 126 billion paying salaries. How do they even come up with that personnel cost? The Budget ID has already done their investigation and ascertained that the budget was padded up to 3 trillion naira. So, Senator Nengi's claim is justifiable. Therefore, his suspension is unjustifiable. He should approach a court of law to get him reinstated back. It is unfortunate that the legislature wants to double as executive. They are meant to create law. They are meant to serve as check and balance to the executive, not doing the work of the executive. I see no reason why a budget should be allocated to senators. We are not in a parliamentary system of government. This should be handled by the executive under different ministries. The legislature cannot just allocate budgets to themselves the way they deem fit. The worst of it is that Nigerians are silent. It seems they don't even know the enormity of what is being done in the National Assembly. They don't know how this will affect them. Why are they silent? Do they know what can be achieved with this money that is being padded in the National Assembly? Are they even aware that this money will not be used for these projects that were allocated? That this money is going to end in private pockets? It's high time Nigerians start asking questions. It's high time they start questioning their legislators, their senators. They should start holding these people accountable. Enough is enough for this. Thanks for listening. Please do ensure you like, subscribe, drop your comments in the comment box, and ensure you share this video. See you in the next video.
And I also said, in the course of our perusing the budget, which Onanuga seems to have dwelt on, I say we have established very reasonable doubt about 25 trillion so far has nexus in the budget. That means there is money, and then there is project, and then there is location. Money, project, location. But we are yet to ascertain 3 trillion of that budget. We have established the 3 trillion in the budget. We have not established its location and the place. The intention of the northern senators as regards to the budgetary allocation was to meet the Senate President with our findings and subsequently meet President Bola Ahmed Tinubu with our findings. So if one is questioning our desire to relate with Bola Tinubu, how will I say that the findings of the Northern Senator Forum will go to the Senate President and then to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the President and Commander-in-Chief? And you could see, I switched off all my handsets this morning. I don't want any Northern Senator to come here. If it is a cross I have to carry, I'll carry it. I'm not afraid of anything. anything. I believe in one God, and I believe power is transient. I'm not scared of any issue like suspension. I've been out of the Senate for 8 years. And people had to force me back. It's not an issue. Some of our friends were removed by tribunals. They're living their lives. If because I said what I would say, if because I said what I said, then I'll be suspended. So please be it. It will be an honor